Hi there and welcome back to Stellaris Dev Diary 85, Decadence and Ascension path changes. These are the last changes of the Capek patch. The last Dev Diary for the Capek update. And we're going to see something about Awaken Empire Decadence, a mechanic that keeps two powerful Awakened Empires in check. Ascension path changes. The limits of certain ethics on Ascension paths has been lifted for spiritualists and materialists. And Megastructure changes about making Dyson Sphere and Science Nexus unique buildings, or Empire unique buildings, but make them a lot better. So let's go into the details, and before that I'd like to say that all the people affected or going to be affected by Hurricane Irma, I hope you're not affected by it, or if you are, I hope you're lucky. I hope this thing dissolves somewhere in the seas. So let's begin now. Best of luck to all of you, and let's begin. So, Awakened Empires were added to the game as a way of throwing a new challenge at the player in the late game. Formidable foes, however, could lead to an unintended game state where the Awakened Empire had conquered or subjugated all regular empires and effectively won, with the player being stuck as an AE subject until the end of time. Yes, I remember this. This was possible. So they've added a new mechanic called Decadence for Awakened Empires. So they get decadent when they are too successful. And this reduces their resource income and fleet power. Like, it's a meter, it starts filling up. So very large penalties at high levels of decadence. So they might start very strong, grow even stronger as they expand, and then the expansion will eventually turn into decline, until they are weakened to the point where the rest of the galaxy can rebel and overthrow them. So, if ending up their subject, you just have to be patient, build up your forces and wait for the right moment to take back your freedom. And I would love it if they are like beaten back, that the decadence goes away again, because that would be something to follow that up, right? Like, if they are beaten again, they would like eat the bitter food of of defeat and come to their senses again. Superior. As you can see here, these horses mean it. We will show you who the true powers of this galaxy are. Is there something decadent here to see? Not yet. Well, the Ascension path changes. So, what did change there? As I said already, synthetic... spiritualists and materialists have been changed. So, if you're a materialist, you can now also go the psionic path, and if you're a spiritualist, you can also go the synthetic path. So you can have holy machines if you want that, or you can have psionic superminds, and that's pretty cool, I think. On the other hand, it removes some kind of flavor, right? It removes some kind of, yeah, some certain, you know what I mean, right? Like, there's the feeling that some things aren't that bad if set in stone. They're just the way you take them. But it's only in certain situations. It might be interesting to react to the events, and that it may be able to... I'm sorry, I have a big cold. That it may be able to actually react to the in-game events and then become like robots, flee to the robots. Like, there is a lot of science fiction stories where the soul actually becomes after death, like the character is saved, and his so-called soul, in a soul keeper, so to say, is transferred to a heaven that may be virtual, that may be a computer heaven, or that may be real. We don't know, but that is really, like, that linking the stuff is really cool, and it also makes sense story-wise. Why would intellectuals not be able to be psionics? It was a big research subject in the Cold War, and it is rumored to be in the population still by some people. I don't know if you believe in it. It is possible. Anything is possible. So so they think that we had a loss there in terms of balance, and this means to compensate for this loss of the spiritualists that were exclusive to the void and all kind of stuff. They have received a buff in the form of stronger temples. Materialists have been given a new living standard called academic privilege that boosts happiness and research output at the cost of more consumer goods. However, though we've lifted the hard restriction, the impact of the ascension paths on ethics, attraction, and faction happiness remain, which means that you may have problems. It means a spiritualist empire that decides to synthetically ascend will have a significant trouble with unhappy factions and materialist ethics drift, and similarly, the pursuit of psionics will cause increased spiritualist attraction, the likely creation of a strong spiritualist faction. So you have a divided empire then, which can be a problem, depending on how you manage it. But you could also, of course, give them more stuff to play with, like with the living standards, and then be happy. So there's more general changes, more path-specific changes. So psionic, the traits were buffed, that is good. Psycorps building also, and they added an alert to tell you when the shroud is ready for use, which is extremely good. Additionally, psionically awakening other species in your empire now happens more often, so it's better. Synthetics added the ability to assimilate new biological pops into synthetic bodies, and the addition of robo-modding significantly buffs this path. So synthetic and cyborg leader traits were nerfed a bit to compensate, all right. I love the synthetic. I mean, the synthetic template was really crazy good. And you can see it here, like under living standards. Transubstantiation synthesis. This species is melding with a machine. Their happiness goes down by a lot. Their consumer goods use goes up by a lot. But they are solider, improved, speedier, forcefuller. And after that they'll be happy again. Just while the change is happening, they've got a problem. I'm sorry, man. But I just wanted to bring this out to you. So the synthetics added the ability to assimilate new biological pops. Yes, I had that. Biological increased the total trait points by 1, even more. Wow, biological is really great now. And reduced the cost of advanced traits such as robust. I've liked biological already. Now with the new mechanics that you have sub-races, it's even better, and now they add another trait point. We get to play something like that. In a LP, it will be so powerful, it will be crazy. Then we have megastructure changes, which I've already said. There were complaints that the Dyson Sphere and the Science Nexus weren't powerful enough. Like, they were not world wonders, but they were like produced everywhere. So, not impressive enough. Not realistic. And so they made a change to the Dyson Sphere and Science Nexus to accommodate these feelings, because yeah, it's a game, and a game is also not only about mathematics, it's also about feelings. Mostly, because if you don't feel the game, you don't play the game. Both of these megastructures have been majorly buffed with a finished Dyson sphere now producing 1000 energy and a fully upgraded science nexus, outputting a total of 750 science. However, they've been changed so that each empire can now only build one of each, similar to the sentry array. This means that they can be very powerful without having to massively increase the build time or cost to prevent them from simply being spammed. Ring worlds have, though not been changed, can be built in any number you want. I love ring worlds, so I like that. Indirectly buffing the effectiveness of the Circle of Life perk. Yeah, that wasn't that effective before. And additionally, they've made a tweak to the Master Builders perk. This perk, when taken, will now give you the Mega Engineering technology if you do not already have it, similar to how World Shaper gives Atmospheric Manipulation and Mastery of Nature gives Block Attacks. Oh, so that's pretty good. That comes, like, Master Builders was like a perk that needed a little something. I mean, it was really good, but it would just improve another perk. So it's kind of, yeah, it's a perk, but it's really only an improvement to my other perk. And now, it's still that, but it gives you the whole package, so to say. This allows for reliable access to mega engineering for empires that want to focus on megastructure construction. Yes, because you were dependent on luck. Now you're not anymore. And this is really cool then. So, thank you for watching. I hope I didn't spread the infection. I want to spread the infection of Synthetic Dawn. I think it will be a great story pack. It is, I think it's a good deal as far as we can see, but you don't have to buy it blindly. I wouldn't do that if I didn't have it planned to do something with it. But I'm really excited, so I'll buy it. It's, yeah, I think it's great. Even the free patch is a great change, and so let's hope for the best, right? Let's hope that Paradox puts this out with not no bugs, that is impossible, but a minimal amount of bugs, and then we'll all be happy. So next week there's the full patch notes for 1.8 and Synthetic Dawn. I'll probably make a video, a longer video, mentioning all the dev diaries and stuff, like putting them together to a sum up video of the patch notes for 1.8 and Synthetic Dawn, if I can somehow. And then, yeah, if you're new to this, just subscribe. I'm putting these videos out regularly to keep you updated. You don't have to look up all the stuff, and I'm just doing it. I love reading these dev diaries, and I want to share it, and I want to share my thoughts about it. So and I hope it helps people decide if they're interested in that or not, or keeps them informed, all kinds of things like that. I love to have you here, that's what I mean to say. So if you're affected by the Hurricane Irma, I hope you have a... I hope just the best for you. There's nothing more you can say about that. It's what a catastrophe, right? That is climate change at its best, so to say. Thank you for watching, and happy gaming to you. See you then, and good luck. See you in the next episode.